Hi, morning SVN. My name is Donnell Baird. I'm the CEO of BlocPower, one of your portfolio companies. One of our early investors, Babby, who's a leader in the SVN community, asked us to give you guys a quick update. So we're happy to do so via video. First of all, thank you all for all of your commitment to continue to meet and talk and invest during these difficult times. We know there's a pandemic. We know that there's still a climate crisis. We know that there's still tremendous social inequality. And so I commend you all for continuing to address all of these items, which of course are all intertwined. BlocPower fundamentally is a startup focused on clean energy and delivering clean energy technology to low and moderate income buildings and urban communities. We are focused on moving urban buildings 100% off of clean energy. And urban buildings burn oil and gas for heat and hot water. And so we are shifting those buildings to 100% electricity using solar power or wind power from a local wind farm or solar farm via the utility company. To date, we've been based in New York City. We've completed over 1,000 projects in low and moderate income communities, and we completed our first 5 projects. One is being completed tomorrow, where we are moving buildings from oil, and again, burning oil for their heat and for their hot water year round, to running that building off 100% electricity. So we're, trying to turn the building into a Tesla. And so we've completed 5 buildings, and one's being completed tomorrow in Westchester County, New York. So in order to do that, we've developed a new financial product through the advice and guidance of Goldman Sachs and other banks and private equity firms. We've developed a new financial product that allows each of these clean energy products to pay for itself from the future energy savings that will be realized from the decarbonization and electrification project. And so we borrowed about $5 million of debt, which closed recently through IPC and the New York Green Bank to invest in 100% clean energy projects in New York City. And we've signed term sheets to borrow an additional $149 million from an investment bank and private equity partner that would allow us to invest in clean energy decarbonization building projects in low-income communities across the country. And so those processes are in closing, and our lawyers and their lawyers are haggling over the final details so that we can close. Clean energy is the policy of New York City and New York State. And so we were delighted that the governor of New York decided to invest $1 million through his economic development arm in order to help us implement that policy. And last, in terms of finance, policy, tech, and workforce, those are the 4 buckets that we have to solve for in order to implement these policies across the country. And in terms of tech, what we fundamentally do is build a digital model of each and every building, and we run simulations of the size and brand and type and performance of clean energy equipment in each and every building. And that allows us to lower costs as we implement and finance and install those projects. And so from a tech standpoint, we've spent 4 years building out a software platform that allows us to reduce costs. And finally, we come to workforce development as the final pillar of pulling this off. We train woman, veteran, minority-owned construction firms in how to install cutting-edge clean energy technology in these buildings. We have partnerships with global manufacturers, Daikin and Mitsubishi, to train contractors in the Bronx, for example, on how to install these systems. A local labor union is going to be using its Obama-era Ebola pandemic protocol to train workers on how to avoid coronavirus, how to avoid being infected or transmitting coronavirus during construction projects, which is why we're able to continue installation even during these difficult times. And so that's how we think about finance, workforce, policy, and tech that's necessary to underpin this industry. We're expanding to Milwaukee and Oakland and Philadelphia to take our clean energy model to those markets in partnership with our investors, AmFam, Lorene Powell Jobs, and the Elemental Accelerator, and the Philadelphia government. We're grateful to Capeport Capital, Andreessen Horowitz, Eric and Wendy Schmidt, and all of the other investors that we have who supported us through this time, as well as, of course, Babby and Dave and Jim and Steve and Alan at SVN, and Josh Mailman, who's an early mentor and supporter. Thanks very much. Be safe.